I listened to a very interesting conversation, and it was an interview that Mr. Charles of Arise TV had with Mr. Atedo Peterside. Mr. Peterside came out openly to endorse the candidature of Mr. Peter Obi. This is the first time he's coming out publicly to speak since after the presidential and National Assembly elections in Nigeria. Mr. Charles asked him if he voted for Peter Obi, and of course he said he voted for Peter Obi.
Oh yes, I said I was going to vote for Peter Obi, and I voted for Peter Obi. And in fact, I believe you have the result of my polling unit. Using Nigerian parlance, I'm among those who managed to deliver our own polling unit.
He went ahead to explain a lot of things, and that includes the irregularities that he noticed in the elections. And that caught my attention, right? Because he gave different examples. In fact, he had what he called exhibits. So as if he was in the court of law, and he used states like Rivers, Bauchi, Imo State, Lagos, just to show the irregularities that took place in the last elections.
I'm not satisfied because I saw too many irregularities. And please, all the information I'm using is in the public space. The information I'm using is available from INEC website, in terms of the IREV and the result sheets versus what in some cases the parties and the polling agents are insisting is the result. And I will give a few examples. The exhibit 2A shows you somebody from Rivers State. A young polling agent is screaming, in my polling unit in Rivers State, he says, Labour Party got 223 votes. APC got 8 votes. When you go to Exhibit 2B, that is published by INEC on the IREV, where he says Labour Party got 223, INEC has uploaded APC 223. Where he says APC got 8, INEC has uploaded for APC 223. Now let me explain something about Beavers. So some people don't know. The one important thing Beavers does is that all the votes must add up. So you must always make a minimum of 2 changes. If you make only 1 change, it will not add up, unless it was somebody that scored 0. And even then, if you change 0 to 0, only then will you have the same result. But you must make 2 changes. And when you look at the image that INEC actually uploaded on IREV, you can see on the right-hand side where they put where they put the words. You can see that the words have been altered, TPEX has been used. This is polling unit number 32, 15, 07, 031. You can see that beside the APC, the figures in words have been bastardized. If you look at the one for Labour Party, in fact, they've TPEX both the figures and the words, and it's thoroughly bastardized. So on the face of it, I'm unable to dismiss what the polling agent was screaming, that something seems to have gone wrong here. Yeah, Exhibit 3A is going to Bauchi. Because I'm going around the country, just a few examples to show you why some of us are not happy. Exhibit 3A, you see a polling unit result in Bauchi. This polling unit result, again, the agent was on social media screaming that in my polling booth, Labour Party got 199 votes, APC got 78, PDP got 95, and so on. Then the same little agent is screaming that somehow, what he saw on Channels TV or something, so in one polling unit, Labour Party gets 199 units, but that by the time they aggregated the results for all the wards, the whole LGA, that the figure that he now saw for Labour Party, he claims, was 185. So which means that the result declared, according to him, for the whole of an LGA is less than what Labour Party scored in its own polling unit alone. Again, I'm just throwing these things out because they're available on social media. These are people who have put it out, and I've gone to INEC to go and check the result of the polling units and seen that, yes, indeed, Labour Party got 199 votes there. It was the highest in the polling unit, so the guy is not lying. If he made other mistakes, it's not from this polling unit results as uploaded by INEC. Again, I'm just going around to different parts of the country because this information is available everywhere. When you go to Exhibit 4, what is unique and different about this result that INEC uploaded? if you look at it, Exhibit 4, you will notice one thing. It was not signed by any single party polling agent. The earlier ones I showed you, in Rivers and Bauchi, you see each party signed beside the figure. In Rivers State, the complaint was that after they signed, somebody seemed to have altered the results. In this one from Imo, not a single political party signed. So what is the result? Only signed by an INEC official and put on an INEC website. And what does the result show? APC got 600 votes, Labour Party 4, PDP 16. It's not initialed by any political party. It's possible INEC can explain that probably the original result sheet got lost or disappeared, so it was their own official called Mbakwe that filled this out all by himself. So he by himself filled out something, total number of votes 620. APC gets 600, Labour Party 4, PDP 16. No political party signed. Again, there are polling agents in Imo in those same areas screaming.
INEC uploaded a result sheet that didn't have a date, didn't have the INEC stamp on it, and most importantly, it didn't have the signatures of the party agents.
Yeah. Exhibit 5 is from Lagos. Again, you should see two images side by side. One on the right-hand side is from a polling agent saying this is the result on the day. It has no alterations, no serious alterations. The one on the left is what INEC posted. Massive alterations. And you can see that the result has totally changed. So somebody is lying. Either the polling agent is right, what he's showing you on the right, or INEC is saying for whatever reason, after that clean copy, they've made adjustments all over the place, and it's the same end result. Votes that went to Labour Party have shrunk or disappeared. Conversely, we know who the beneficiary is because it was balanced at the end of the day. So this is the trend that is worrisome.
Right.
And this is why I'm concerned. I don't want to waste your time by going to other states.
Right. Well, you've given us a kind of bird's eye view of what might have gone wrong, but obviously that's different from what is actually admitted in a court of law, and they would have to prove a lot of things. But as you review the presidential elections and assess the results, would you say that Beavers and IREV were helpful at all?
See, Beavers was helpful because it established the total number of voters who were accredited. So whatever you're altering, like I said, you must add and subtract so we can see you doing the alterations. IREV was helpful because you must post for us to see this horribly altered result sheet that I'm calling Exhibit 5, which the party is disowning, saying it's not the correct result. So those things were built in and they give us transparency. And I'm happy that INEC posted this result available for the whole world to see. And everybody can go and check on that particular polling unit result and compare it to what the polling agent is saying on the right-hand side. So I'm saying that something is wrong somewhere.
Yes, well, I mean, there is the sense that a lot of people share your sentiments. But obviously, those election results are now being challenged in court. I mean, how do you rate the chances of the PDP and the Labour Party in court?
You know, I'm not a judge, but I only talk about the evidence that I myself spent time scanning through result sheets. But you see, there's a pattern, and that's the one that's disturbing. All the examples I showed you were votes of Labour Party transferred to APC on the face of it. PDP votes left untouched. Now, it's about magnitude overall. How was this done in a huge scale all over the place? And let's be careful, this is an election with a low turnout. If the sum total of such incidences, which I have examples of and I've shown some live, if the sum total was, let's say, 1.5 million votes only, or 1.5 million votes total that were transferred from Labour to APC, go back and look at the INEC declared results. They said APC had 8.8 million votes. If you deduct 1.5 million, it's down to 7.3. If you add 1.5 million to labor, the 6.09 jumps to 7.6. So the point I'm making is that what the courts have to do is to look at these incidents carefully and see whether is there a pattern that shows that in the aggregate, something like 1 million, 1.5 million votes or even more were modified like this from result sheet tampering. Unfortunately, people had time to tamper with the result sheets. The last time I checked, INEC had not even finished uploading presidential elections results on the IREV. They had like 94%. I don't understand why it takes 10 days or 7 days to post a result sheet. What are you altering that it takes, we need 5 days or 4 days to post it there? There's another election coming on Saturday. And we cannot, or we should not repeat this nonsense. Okay, the last time they said there was a problem with communication. Can we please on Saturday finish counting and immediately upload the results so we can all see it? Instead of holding it back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days and then bringing out altered result sheets and then we start arguing over this is falsified, that's not falsified. And also it's important for everybody in INEC to know the examples I've given. Everybody can trace it now. You know which INEC official signed the result sheet that no party agent signed. If people really falsified, it's a criminal offense. We're talking about forgery and fraud. So they should not go scot-free. And please, it's possible even that the candidate is not involved. But fraud is fraud. It doesn't matter whether if your agent carried out fraud, even you, the candidate, should say, I reject this. Okay, let's look at the scale. I've shown you single polling unit in Imo, 600 votes, I'm doubting. I've shown you Rivers, single polling unit, 200 and something votes, and in Lagos the same. Let's even imagine that the average was only 10 votes per polling unit nationwide. 175,000 polling units times 10 is 1.75 million votes. So if it was 1.7, if it was only an average of 10 fake votes that were transferred from left to right, it changes the result because add 1.75 million to Labour, deduct 1.75 million from APC, immediately Labour has the highest number of votes. So it's not true that the magnitude of what you're looking for is something humongous. If it's an average of only 10 votes on average per polling unit, it changes the whole result. This election was a 3-horse race. It's even possible that PDP, after you make those adjustments, got the highest number of votes. I don't know. All I'm saying is that I don't know, and I see results that are a blind man can tell that the sheets were tampered with. It probably explains why PDP and Labour Party walked out. Now, please, everybody should go and do the homework. Go and look at the result sheets. They're available.
You're a big wig. I mean, you're the founder of a bank. You're a founder of a major sort of foundation. You move around in prominent circles, and some of your colleagues in those higher circles have rushed out to congratulate the president-elect Bola Tinubu. What do you have to say about that? I imagine you haven't gone out to congratulate him.
No, each one to his own. Look, if they go through this process and the judges convince us everything was done correctly and we adopt the numbers, whoever is the winner will congratulate the person. But for now, it's premature. I mean, when I can see with my own eyes what INEC has uploaded, part of what they've uploaded is an insult on anybody's intelligence. I think it's premature. They're just people who are rushing to congratulate probably have not taken the trouble to even look at the available information or the evidence. INEC is each on to his own.
But I really do believe that the judiciary will save themselves, because at this point we are laughing stock in this country. In the world, in Africa, we are laughing stock.